Most first-person shooters focus on realism. It's all about shooting down bad guys with an AK-47 or an M16. However, there are a few games out there that try to do something completely different with the genre. If you really want to escape realism, you should give these 10 shooters a try.
The first key idea in Receiver is high-detail gun mechanics. This means you can manipulate each part of the gun independently and figure out how they work together.
You might think that games like Call of Duty and Battlefield are realistic depictions of shooting, but they really aren't. Just look at Receiver if you want a more realistic depiction of firing a gun. This game painstakingly shows every motion that is necessary in order to fire off a round. Doing all these different things is also quite a hassle, as every action is bound to a keyboard key. You won't be doing 360 trick shots in this game, as even the simplest action of reloading is something you need to think about. Receiver really is the Dark Souls of shooters. Superhot is one of the most original game ideas we've seen in a while. This game turns gun battles into puzzles thanks to a very smart mechanic. Time only moves when you move, so you need to think about your movement and shots while taking out an entire room full of enemies. Playing Superhot in VR only adds to the Matrix-like vibe we get from this game. It also has a very interesting story that you can finish in a couple of hours. Definitely check this one out if you're a fan of shooters and want to experience something different. Devil Daggers is one of the most hardcore shooters ever made. Most people can't survive the hell this game unleashes on you for longer than a minute. The game is a wonderful tribute to 90s shooters like Quake and Doom. You need to survive as long as you can, while more and more enemies spawn in. You need to keep moving if you want to live and quickly kill as many demons as possible. It's very tempting to give it one more try after dying for the 100th time.
Hold up, when we play FPSs, we have a serious problem with screen cheating.
We don't have a problem. You are most of our problem. Your problem.
And so, I have developed this anti-cheat shield.
Nowadays, first-person shooters are all about online multiplayer. But back in the Nintendo 64 era, it was all about local versus with friends. You and 3 of your friends would get together and play split-screen Halo or GoldenEye against each other. However, there would always be that one guy that kept looking at the screen of others to figure out where they were. In Screen Cheat, you can expect to be that guy. Everybody is invisible, so you have to look at other screens to pinpoint your target. What a great way to turn something scummy into a gameplay feature.
This is not an improvement.
It's an iterative process, Dave.
It's really warm in here.
It's cozy.
I'll improve it.
Frail Shells is a free game that was created in just 1 week during a game jam. This game focuses on post-traumatic stress disorder many soldiers experience after they return home. The game starts off as a typical first-person shooter as you need to fight enemy soldiers on the battlefield. However, it then changes to performing all sorts of mundane tasks in everyday life. You have a normal job and wife to deal with, while you're still being haunted by your experiences as a soldier. It's a great little game with a very powerful message. If you like fast score-based games like Geometry Wars, you should check out Null Pointer. The first-person shooter tests your reflexes as you need to fight your way through procedurally generated levels. The gameplay is extremely simple as there are only 2 types of enemies and just one basic weapon. It's really all about skills as you gun down swarms of pixels in a retro cyber world. The pumping electronic soundtrack only adds to the tension as you try to break your high score one last time. Shoot Me Freenia is another small experimental game. The objective of this game is absolutely crazy as you have to shoot yourself. That's right, the main goal is to shoot yourself in the face. Carefully shoot at reflective panels to make your bullet come back to you and hit you where it hurts. The game even lets you make trick shots as you figure out how to reflect the bullet over multiple panes. Who knew that running and jumping to catch your own bullet would be so much fun? Heavy Bullets has a pretty unique art style with some very colourful graphics. However, it's the gameplay that makes it stand out from the crowd. You need to survive randomly generated levels with only 6 bullets, so you need to pick your bullets back up after firing them from your gun. You won't be able to save your game either, so taking a break is out of the question. Give this game a try if you want to learn how to waste less ammo. Lovely Planet might be the cutest shooter we've ever played. The developers call it first-person gun ballet as you jump and shoot your way through colourful worlds. The game is designed for speedrunners as you can move incredibly fast and very precisely. It starts off easy, but it doesn't take long before it becomes a serious challenge. Don't let the cute graphics fool you, because Lovely Planet is a game for hardcore gamers. Bullet Soul Hacker is a cyberpunk game with a great twist. Instead of killing your enemies, you have to become them. Hitting them with a bullet will transplant your brain into their body. This gives you a whole new moveset and weapons which is necessary to progress and solve puzzles. Bullet Soul Hacker isn't a complete game, but rather a proof of concept. We really like the setting and idea and hope it turns into a full release someday. And there you have it, 10 first-person shooters that stand out from the crowd. Are you going to play any of these games? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
There's no heads-up display for how many bullets are in your magazine, but you can remove it and take a look for yourself, and then pull the slide halfway to see if you have a round chambered.